Because we're in spring now, we're starting to look at last year's strawberry plants. And these plants have spent a year in this pot. So I'm pretty sure there's not much in the way of nutrients left. So I thought I might take a look at this, check if it's root bound as well, and pot it on, ready for new season, because we want to give it the best start possible. So I'm just going to take it out and have a look. So you can see on the bottom there's a lot of roots there, and they are now going round, which means to me basically it don't want to be in that size pot for another year in dead compost. So we're going to pot it on into something a little bit bigger and then revitalise the roots. We don't have to go crazy when we're potting things on, so from that to that is perfectly fine. You're just giving it that bit of extra space to get that root system growing again. But the first thing I like to do with these plants is I want to remove some of these roots from the bottom, and I'll just cut them away. It's not going to hurt the plant doing this, by the way. It's just stopping that cycle of spinning around in that pot. Those roots will grow again, and then I just want to rough it up a little bit on the outside as well, free off some of that old compost. And you can see by doing that you're exposing a lot of the root system, and now it's free to grow properly. Another thing that we need to do to start it off a new season is get rid of some of this old foliage, and we just need to do that carefully. So we'll just find out the bits. They're basically all dead leaves, so just cut them away. And ones that are going a bit yellow or red, get rid of those as well. They're not going to do the plant any good. It's something worth doing at the start of the season, because you want your plants to have the best start possible. So by removing aged leaves, yellowing leaves, you're going to allow more sunlight to get in there as well. So we've removed pretty much all that dead area. Always give it a second look though, because there's always going to be one that you've missed. But that, for a start of the season, is a better looking plant all round, and it's going to get more light into it. A thing to remember with strawberry plants is when you repot them, the part in the centre, it's called the crown, which is this bit here. You'll probably not be able to see that, but it's right in the centre there. So when you repot them, don't ever bury them any deeper than what they are, because if you bury that centre crown, it'll rot and then your plant will die. And strawberry plants can keep going and reproducing for up to 5 years. So it'd be a shame if it was your second year on a strawberry plant that's looking quite healthy, and just for not knowing that you could potentially kill this little plant. But also don't repot it higher than it already is, because if you do that, then the crown will dry out and the result will be the same. Just in case people weren't aware of that. So now we've tidied this little plant up, we'll get it in its new pot. So if you seat it in there, you can see pretty much the depth that you're going to have to start to fill this. You can also mix in a little bit of slow release fertiliser. then add a little bit of fish blood and bone. And then just drop your plant in and check the depth. So that is now sitting just above this rim, which is what we want. So we can push it down a little bit. And then all we need to do is infill around the outside, taking care not to bury that centre. So put it in, just give it a little shake and it'll settle itself down. And then same other side. And as you're doing it, keep going around the outside and pressing that compost down. So now your strawberry plant has been repotted on. It's got fresh compost with plenty of nutrients in there, plus the extra feed and the fish blood and bone that you've also given it. And then the last thing I like to do with these plants is take a little bit of tomato food, only a small amount, and mix it with some Epsom salts. And just dissolve that, because the Epsom salt is going to feed magnesium sulfate straight into the roots of this plant. And the tomato food is going to provide a fresh boost of potassium and nitrogen. So just mix that up until the Epsom salts is pretty much dissolved, and then we'll bottom water it. So all you need to do now is just let that sit in there and soak up this feed. And then your strawberry plant's all ready for a new growing season. So if you do want to see more videos in the future about plants, pricking out plants, potting on plants, and general maintenance as we go through season, then just hit that subscribe button and press the notifications bell, and I'll see you all at next video. Take care, thank you.